Sentry mode activated. Target acquired.
Hey there hunters, and welcome back to the Gunners Guild. Today's topic is the patch 11.05 and the content update that comes with it, so let's just get into it. So let's cover some of the patch notes first. For the most part, it's not really anything all that special, but there are a few notables. The first is the Elder's Recess glitch is finally being fixed. If you don't know what that is, there is a chance that when you launch a hunt with 4 players, or even sometimes 3, that some or all the players do get disconnected from the hunt. It happens quite a bit, so I'm glad to see that it's being fixed relatively quickly. Another note was that they had retuned the clutch claw to be more sticky and land on the actual spot you're targeting. Now, I've already seen some clips of players flying through the monsters and grabbing wrong parts still, and I get it, I wasn't expecting it to be perfect, but the claw does feel stickier and it does seem to land on heads more than ever. It was especially noticeable with the Volcana fight. That being said, it does seem weird still because it feels like it prioritizes the head, so if you're trying to grab an arm that's like right next to the head, you might just scoot right over to the head and just bypass the arm entirely. Whatever, it's better. I didn't have high hopes for it, but you know, it's better, so woohoo. For gunning specific notes, they had mentioned that they had fixed the interaction between ballistics and scope for the heavy bowgun. Now, I had immediately thought that this was referencing normal ammo and how it gets a huge sweet spot for the scope when it had ballistics, because no other ammo has that special property with scopes and ballistics, and I can't think of anything other than that takes effect. And it was really cool for normals to have, so I was really sad to see it getting fixed, but it seems they did the opposite. So rather than just normals having it as an exclusive trait to have their scope with ballistics be a bit better, it's every bullet type now. All pierces, all elemental, status, stickies, all get the extra range when you're running ballistics, except spread doesn't. So everything but spread now will get double, basically, the extra like super critical distance on scope if you're running ballistics. So, I mean, that's pretty sweet. I am not complaining about that at all. I guess we did kind of jump to conclusions thinking that it would be a nerf. It was the only thing that had any sort of interaction, but I guess that was the problem. This reminds me of the spare shot nerf, which wasn't actually nerfed, but it was in the patch notes, and the camera angle bug on Dragon Pierce that was in every single patch notes for the first 4 months. Took like 6 patches to fix that, so dude, I don't know. Everything else in the patch notes seems kind of minor, so let's move on to the content. The Resident Evil collaboration, which is kind of weird collaborating with yourself, is November 7th through the 5th of December. You get to fight Black Veil Valhazak with some supposedly interesting properties, and you do get some neato knickknacks out of it, but you also get 2 full armor sets with Leon and Claire. Now, I thought this was going to be layered armor, but no, it's actual full armor sets. That, of course, you have to use the entirety of. Both of these armors look like they're meant for Gunner, which is no surprise because it's Resident Evil and guns, and yeah, so here we go. The Leon armor has Agitator 7, Attack 3, Weakness Exploit 2, and a rank of Spread Up. It's actually not a bad set of base skills, to be honest. The real problem here is the slots. The head and chest only have 2 level 1 slots, which isn't really doing us any favors. The arms and waist both only have a level 4, which is fine, but nothing special. And the legs are a level 3 and a level 2, which is fine. Ultimately, the problem this set has is that we can't fit our mandatory skills for spread gunning in on it. With only 4 slots that are level 2 or better, we can get Weakness Exploit and Critical Boost maxed, but then we're missing Free Element and Spare Shot. So while we can charm one of those in and finish off the set with Critical Eye Decos, we're still missing Spare Shot or Free Element, plus some Crit Eye. Now, Agitator 7 is pretty cool since that's 8 raw and 10 affinity you have over Agitator 5, but you're also losing out on Spare Shot, level 2 of Spread Up, and you're gaining like 13 raw while Agitator is active, but that's about it. It's not a terrible set. In fact, I'm actually surprised on how solid it is. It's just not quite as good as we can make with mixed sets right now, so I don't advocate it, but it's not exactly terrible. Now, the Claire set looks like it was made for bow since it has Stamina Surge and Normal Up, but there's no critical element and nowhere near enough slots to make it usable, except those boots are fucking amazing. Can we just have that, please? Like just the boots separated from the set, please? Okay, thanks, PC. So everything else is pretty much poopy, so we're probably not going to touch that set. And finally, the Horizon collaboration event. This starts on November 22nd, and you'll have to fight a Zinogre in Hoarfrost Reach, which is pretty cool because it's a new locale for Zinogre. Now, you will get a light bowgun out of this, and by looking at it, it's pretty sweet. It can basically only use thunder ammo, which is kind of what I was expecting, but it does it very well. The raw and the clip sizes are basically on heavy bowgun level. It's got 30 raw over nominal and has clip 9 with free element on that thunder ammo. It's crazy. Now the level 4 slot is icing on the cake as well. However, when you do mod it out, you do need 2 recoil and 2 reload mods to get it down to recoil 1 and normal reload, just like a heavy bowgun, which means you kind of have a choice here. You can either run slow reload and use a power barrel and counter mines instead, which is honestly probably what I'm going to plan on doing, and just manage the slow reload. Slow reload's not too bad with the clip size this big, or you can just straight up forgo those and run recoil 1 and normal reload. Now for best DPS, the former is the better option, but I totally get those who do not like slow reload, especially here in G rank. Now the best part about this light bowgun is it's not even its final form. In December, we get the other 2 Horizon quests, which will give us the upgrade for the bow and bowgun. Now the devs also said that the bowgun will have a special mechanic, so I have no idea what that's going to be, but the gun's already pretty fine as it is, and it just getting better is only going to be amazing. I hope the rapid fire normal 1s move up to rapid fire normal 2s, because then it'll have everything that we want for a new normal light bowgun. So I'm looking forward to seeing this light bowgun in action, especially later down the line. So yeah, that's kind of the update. No huge changes, but a nice little chunk of content to get us through the month. Looking forward to December though, which is going to have a ton of extra stuff. So thank you all for watching, and good luck out there, hunters, and whatever you may be hunting.